Good evening, everyone. I, Dr. Puneet, Junior Resident from Department of Pulmonary Medicine, Government Medical College, Patiala, is hereby presenting my study on the topic Long Haulers Unveiled, a comparative study of post-COVID-19 symptoms over 2 years in Punjab. COVID-19 pandemic caused by SARS-CoV-2 virus has globally impacted millions, presenting a substantial healthcare challenge. Initial efforts concentrated on acute treatments within hospital settings. As time progressed, a concerning trend emerged. Persistent symptoms long after the acute phase had subsided, termed long COVID. Numerous studies have dwelled in these post-COVID symptoms. However, many lack the prolonged follow-up duration found in our Punjab focus study. Additionally, reported prevalence rates vary greatly across different research timelines. The aim of our study is to evaluate and compare the long-term post-COVID-19 symptoms in hospitalized and non-hospitalized patients. It is a prospective cohort study consisting of 226 hospitalized and 245 non-hospitalized patients infected with the virus, managed conservatively in OPD. The diagnosis was confirmed by RT-PCR and the follow-up was of 2 years taken by in-person and by telephonic interviews. Hospitalization status, medical data and pre-existing comorbidities were collected from medical records. Symptoms during the acute phase of infection were noted and these patients were followed up for a period of 2 years and then were interviewed telephonically for long-term post-COVID symptoms. Participants were free to report any symptoms they faced during acute phase of infection or after follow-up. The results of our study shows comparison between post-COVID symptoms among hospitalized and non-hospitalized patients. Out of the total participants, we have 64.2% of the hospitalized and 58.4% of the non-hospitalized patients reported at least one post-COVID-19 symptom after 2 years. The most prevalent symptoms were fatigue and memory loss, followed by headaches and GIT symptoms. During the acute phase of infection, dyspnea was notably higher in hospitalized patients, potentially influencing the need for hospitalization. Fever was prevalent in both the groups. This is the data showing pre-existing comorbidities present in both the groups and symptoms present during the acute phase of infection. Comorbidities that were in higher proportion were hypertension and diabetes. This is the data showing post-COVID symptoms in patients that were among the highest were fatigue, memory loss, followed by headache and GIT symptoms. COVID-19 pandemic has impacted around 77 million globally. Post-COVID-19 symptoms affecting various systems of our body, which may affect the quality of life in one way or the other. Not many studies comparing the post-COVID symptoms between hospitalized and non-hospitalized patients in our part of country have been conducted. There can be difference in post-COVID symptoms in hospitalized and non-hospitalized patients, especially having initial severe disease or having comorbidities. Our study has been observed that dyspnea as an initial symptom in hospitalized patient was more common in hospitalized, that is 42%, versus non-hospitalized patient, that is 20.4%. However, post-COVID symptom of dyspnea in hospitalized patient was not significantly higher as compared to non-hospitalized patient. Initially, sore throat was significantly higher in post-hospitalized patients. No significant difference in initial symptoms and post-COVID symptoms were observed in both the groups. Comparative analysis shows similar results to our study was also reported in cross-sectional study done by Dr. Fernandez in Spain. Fernandez in his study suggested the number of patients who exhibited at least one post-COVID symptom was 59.7% in hospitalized and 67.5% in non-hospitalized patients. Carl Wahlgren in his study in Sweden suggested 84% of patients reported persistent problems 2 years after the post-infection. This indicates that India implemented early diagnosis and treatment compared to Sweden due to the later onset of the epidemic in our country. By that time, diagnostic procedures and empirical treatments were well established. The pandemic, including lockdowns, had profound psychological impacts. Reports of anxiety and depression post-recovery underline this concern. Concluding it, patients with post-COVID symptoms require long-term monitoring to track the natural progression of their symptoms, whether they alleviate, persist or worsen. This observation should encompass clinical, radiological, psychological and socio-economic aspects as well. Limitations of a study were that we did not have any asymptomatic contrast, there was no data on vaccination status, patients self-reported post-COVID symptoms, but we did not use any scale to differentiate each month. Baseline clinical profiles of patients was not taken into account for correlation. In the end, we would like to express our gratitude to all the participants who took part in this study. Without their willingness to share their experiences, this research would not have been possible. We also want to acknowledge the healthcare workers who tirelessly cared for these patients during their acute phase of illness and continue to provide ongoing care as they recover from post-COVID symptoms. Thank you.
How did you assess the memory loss? What did you ask for the memory loss?
So they were free to tell their symptoms. They they have decreased thinking ability. They have problems of not remembering or not recalling the events or things.
Did they come out themselves or?
They come out with themselves.
With memory loss?
Yes, sir. But we did not use any scale.
Subjective symptoms?
Yes, sir.
Cannot anyway, let me say 2 years study after they.
Yes, sir.
Good study.
Definitely good study, but memory loss should not be used. For good forgetfulness you can use. Memory loss is a very dangerous term, right?
Okay, sir.
And second, once you go for telephonic conversation, if you add the vaccination data, that would have enhanced the credibility of your study, because vaccination is also causing lot of symptoms. So you can differentiate between 1 dose, 2 dose and booster
Yes,
dose.
sir. Definitely.
Whether the fatigability is because of COVID or because of the vaccination status.
Yes, sir.
So once you are calling them, you can definitely ask them कि भैया vaccination लिया था कि नहीं लिया, कितना लिया. So otherwise this is excellent study, but to make it very effective and socially impactable, so then you should take the vaccination data also and compare that the people who have taken 1 dose, what were the long COVID symptoms, 2 dose and booster dose. Good study.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.